To her house the next day, he saw her in her new dress. "Your husband bought you a new dress?" he asked, surprised. "Yes," the woman replied, smiling. "He loves me very much." But the rich man did not give up. He said, "This dress is nice, but it's not the best. If you were my wife, I would give you the most beautiful dresses in the world. Think about it. You deserve more than what your husband can give you." The woman began to feel confused. Every day, the rich man would visit her and repeat his words. Slowly, doubts filled her heart. One evening, she said to her husband, "You gave me a new dress, but it's not enough. I want more beautiful clothes like the rich women in town wear. Why can't you give me what I deserve?" Her husband looked at her with sadness. "My love, I work hard every day to give you what I can. I wish I could give you the best, but my love for you is worth more than riches." But the woman was not satisfied. The next day, she left her husband and went to the rich man's house. She believed he would give her everything she wanted. The rich man was happy to have her. The rich man repeated the same words. Slowly, the woman began to wonder. She thought, what if he really can make miracles? Her husband worked hard for her and gave her all he could, but he was just a man. He could never make miracles. One evening, as her husband sat to eat, she asked him, "Husband, do you believe in miracles?" "Of course," he said. "God can make miracles happen. Why do you ask?" She hesitated, then said, "Our neighbor says love can make miracles. Can you make a miracle for me?" Her husband looked at her with confusion. "What do you mean?" "I cannot make miracles. I am only a man. But I love you with all my heart." His answer made her think deeply. That night, she lay awake, wondering if her neighbor was truthful. The rich man continued visiting her every day, promising more and more. He painted pictures of a life full of wonders, riches, and miracles. Finally, the woman decided to test him. She told the rich man, "If you truly love me and can make miracles, prove it now. If you can make even one miracle, I will leave my husband and marry you." The rich man smiled and said, "Very well. Tomorrow you will see a miracle. Meet me near the river at sunrise." The next morning, the woman went to the river. The rich man was there, holding a large box. He opened it, revealing golden coins and jewels. "Look at this treasure," he said. "I will throw it into the river. Then, with my love for you, I will make it float back to the surface. That is my miracle." He threw the box into the water. They both watched as it sank to the bottom of the river. The rich man stretched his arms dramatically, muttered some words, and stared at the water. Nothing happened. The woman waited, but still, nothing floated back up. She looked at him and said, "Where is the miracle?" The rich man's face turned red. He stammered, Perhaps it takes time." The woman laughed. "You are a liar. You promised miracles, but you cannot make even one. My husband cannot make miracles either, but he works hard, loves me truly, and gives me everything he can. That is worth more than all your false promises." She turned and left him standing by the river, embarrassed and humiliated. When she returned home, she told her husband everything. Tears filled her eyes as she said, "Forgive me, my love. I was foolish to listen to lies. You are my miracle. Your love and hard work are more than enough for me." Her husband held her close and said, "You are my miracle too. Together, we have everything we need." From that day forward, the rich man never came back, and the couple lived happily. What a delightful and moral-rich story. It beautifully illustrates themes of love, loyalty, and the consequences of greed and envy. Here's a summarized version to make it easier to retell and repeat. The poor man, his wife, and the rich neighbor. Once there was a poor man married to a beautiful woman. They loved each other deeply and lived happily. However, their rich and handsome neighbor fell in love with the woman. Every day, he tempted her with promises of fine clothes, gold jewelry, and even miracles. At first, she resisted, but over time, she began to doubt her husband's love. When she asked her husband for miracles, he prayed to God for help. God sent a wizard with 2 magical sticks. One turned people into donkeys, and the other restored them to human form. The poor man tested the sticks on his wife, who was amazed. He then told her to use the stick on the rich neighbor. The woman touched the neighbor with the stick, turning him into a donkey. The poor man made the donkey work hard for years, carrying heavy loads and helping with farm work. When the donkey grew old and tired, the poor man took pity on it. Using the second stick, he turned the rich man back into a human. But the once handsome neighbor was now old and bent with age. The poor man forgave him and sent him away, warning him never to covet another man's wife. The poor man and his wife lived happily together for many years, having learned the value of love and trust. The end.